Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we are going to talk about bumping up against the edges of your comfort zone. What it is, what it looks like, and what it means for you and your happiness. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Flora Sage, minimalism mentor, simplification coach, and 7-time author. For over 26 years, I've been helping women like you align into a life or a business that you are wildly obsessed with by helping you clear the 9 types of clutter keeping you from a life that you love. What are those 9 types of clutter? They are mental, spiritual, emotional, digital, financial, daily, body, process, and environmental clutter. My YouTube page is where I share my environmental decluttering tips, and here on the podcast, I share with you how to declutter the rest. Please subscribe or follow this feed so you get notified every time an episode is released. As I mentioned earlier, today we are going to talk about bumping up against the edges of your comfort zone. When you get clear about what you want in life, and you start to declutter those things that really don't align with your new life that you want, the desires that you decide that you have, your priorities, what happens is that you will get resistance coming in your life. You will feel this resistance. You will be met with this resistance emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Things are going to start feeling uncomfortable. Also, when you do this, when you start to get clear about what you want and your new priorities and what you truly desire, and you start to go for those things, yes, you're going to be met with that, but you're also going to be met with excitement. You're going to feel this expansiveness. You're going to feel this freedom because you're so clear about what you want and what you don't want. And when you know what you want, that path becomes so crystal clear that you're just like, oh my gosh, I want this. And you start to see those moving parts of your life that you can systematically remove because it's no longer required for the life that you're moving into. Again, there's utter freedom with this, but also removing those things and not having that known set of things in your life, whether it's a habit, a person, a place, a career that you've been at for umpteen years and now you're moving into a new career or new realm. You're going to be bumping up against the edges of your comfort zone because you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Because, humans thrive on routine. We thrive on the known. And moving into what's new, you're moving into that unknown. There was a video that I watched on Instagram where this gentleman said, how do you know you're on the right path? Because your path disappears. You don't see those next steps forward because you're on the actual path. And I loved it. It was so beautiful the way that he articulated that. And recently in my latest 10-day declutter challenge, I was on a live within my Facebook group and I was showing my storage closet to everyone. And I shared the view from my balcony. And some of the members were like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. You wake up to that view every day. And I'm like, yeah. And I shared with them that this view started as a dream. Once I got clear about what I wanted to wake up with warm weather year round. I wanted palm trees. I wanted warmth. I did not like being cold when I was in Wisconsin for 9 months out of the year plus. I wanted this warm experience and I wanted sunshine because I have in the past have had depression, anxiety, and things like that. And having sunshine helps with my mood. It helps with my mental health. So knowing these things, knowing what I wanted, knowing that it was good for my soul, my mental health, my physical health, because I could be outside and I could work out more, I could walk more. It all started as a dream. And then once I got really clear about what I wanted, I began to take steps towards that thing. Now, yes, much of those steps were very uncomfortable. They were scary. They were new to me, but they were also very exhilarating, very exciting. And with each step that I took, I knew that I was moving one more step closer to having that view on the balcony every single day. Now I see palm trees, I see mountains every time I look out my window. Like I can see birds on my balcony railing, eating from the bird feeder. I see palm trees, like umpteen palm trees. I see the mountains in the background. There's sun shining. It's fabulous. And again, it all started with a vision. It all started with that dream. And so to that, I ask you, what do you want? And what would you have to let go of to get that? And that discomfort that you feel when you think about letting go of things, or when you're actually letting go of things, that's you bumping up against the edges of your comfort zone. You're bumping up against the edges of your comfort zone. Many podcasts back, I shared with you an excerpt from one of my journals, and it said, the discomfort that you feel when you're doing something new is the old version of yourself trying to fit into that new version of you, and it's not going to work. You have to let that old version of yourself go if you want something new. If you want that vision for your life that you have had in your brain, your psyche, in your heart, you know that you desire this type of life. You know that you desire something new, whether it's a completely brand new life or maybe just a new car. It doesn't have to be this grand thing. Like most people are so close to their dream life. They're so close. And it's usually just a couple of tweaks away. But in order to make that happen, you have to let go of what no longer serves you. And because you're doing that, you're moving into a new direction. So you're bumping up against those edges of your comfort zone so that you can create and find a new comfort zone that's even more in alignment with what you truly desire. To help you with this, I've opened up spots in my calendar for complimentary strategy sessions. During the strategy session, I'm going to find out where you are, where you want to be, and that messy middle that's on the inside. And I'm going to give you a strategy and resources on how you can remove all of those things that are preventing you from having the life that you want. So if you know you are ready to finally step into who you know you are, and you want some complimentary help, this is a full coaching session. If you want my help with this, click the link in the show notes, click the link in the description of this video or this podcast, and book your session right now. With that said, let's continue this conversation in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, share with me your experience of bumping up against the edges of your comfort zone while and as you are getting rid of the things in your life that no longer serve you, and as you move into your dream life. Share with me what that's felt like and what that looks like for you so that other people can benefit from what you've been going through. And if you're listening to this on any podcast streaming platform, please like, subscribe, share, and if you have a comment, share it with me, flora@florasage.com. The more that you interact with this video and this podcast, the more this podcast will go out to those people looking to declutter their lives. I hope this serves you today. And remember, all it takes is a clear vision of what you want and the willingness to take one small shift in that direction daily to align into a life that you love. I love you, and I will see you in the next episode. Mwah.